Hi, do you know this famous painting by Georges Seurat? He was a French painter in the 1800s. It's Sunday in the Park. You might have seen this. Well, I'm inspired by Georges Seurat to share with you information about perspective and the importance during this time to keep a super expanded perspective. Because what I'm hearing around me a lot lately is people expressing different levels of fear and all the things that they're afraid of. And I thought that, Georges Seurat could say it the best. And here's why. If you've ever looked at a Georges Seurat painting, and this is a famous one, Sunday in the Park, but there are many other wonderful ones. Georges Seurat had a unique way of painting of when you get up close, you can see that his paintings are colors of dots. So it's almost like he invented like pixelation before there was such a thing with television, but it's a bunch of dots. And, it's only when you widen back that you can see that the full perspective of this magnificent work of art. And he was brilliant at it. And so you can't see it, 'cause this is a copy from my printer. But if you get up close and you are simply looking at the colors of the dots and where he placed them, you're not going to see that it's all part of the same whole of this magnificent work of art. So if and the colors of the dots, is this color going to judge this color, or this color wish away this color over here? It just seems so silly, right? It's all important. It all has meaning and variety. And it's only with this great variety that you can create a magnificent work of art that works together. So obviously, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Pamela Strum, and I do a lot of energy and healing work with clients, and that's my focus. So just like a Georges Seurat painting, when people have something going on in their life, and whether it's something that's from an emotional perspective, a mental perspective, a health perspective, that they perceive as being unpleasant, and unpleasant, or to the other extreme, I'm going to take a dot and put it on me. And this is what I experience when people have something going on in their life that they consider unpleasant. Now, if I fixate on that dot and, oh my goodness, this is unpleasant, I wish I didn't have that dot on me, and then I keep focusing on that dot, as opposed to focusing on everything else. My dot just fell off. As opposed to everything else that is going really well and is wonderful about life. If I'm only looking at that dot and focused on that dot, I'm not seeing the full picture and the fuller meaning. And it's only through the expanse of perspective that I begin to shift the energy and create a healing within my body, or a shift of the experience. And it's only through focusing on everything, as opposed to, oh my goodness, I have a blue dot on my hand. And as soon as I become afraid or angry or upset or question, the universe is going to give me more blue dot, because that's all I'm focused on. And then the magnetism of my emotions is going to pull this experience to me more and more. So it's really important to widen back and gain perspective and realize how incredible that one dot is, just one dot in a sea of everything that's spectacular. And I bring this up today because I have some clients. I got news from a client of mine, one in particular, who has had years and years of health problems, and she came to me with this goal to get off her medications, and really her unpleasant dis-ease was limiting her life radically. And she has been doing this energy work and has adopted this expanded perspective. And from that, her energy has shifted and her tests are coming back like everything is great. And she is holding this expanded state where all of her tests are negative and she's healthy, because as we expand our perspective and as we shift our cells eventually respond to the perspective we're holding. So I'm not saying this as a toss-off, and I'm not saying this to bypass, because even with my own life and things that I experience, there are just some things that seem to be there. And I have clients with all different levels of physical and emotional and mental experiences. So I am going to go into have a live where I meet with all of you. I'm going to share a link to my email group where I'm going to go a bit more into expanding perspective and having an appreciation of all of the colors that come up for our life. And it's through widening out and accepting the full perspective and teaching ourselves to do that, that the real shifts occur and we can really have appreciation and gratitude for our lives. And that's where the miracles happen. So I hope you can relate to my way of presenting it. Of course, this can also be used as a commentary on what's going on in our society, for, you know, for in many different perspectives. Who knew that, you know, Georges Seurat, I don't know if his intention at the time was that his message was so profound by creating gorgeous works of art with dots. But there's a lot I have to share with you on this subject. So keep your eye out and join me live, especially if you have anything going on in your life where it seems to be consuming you and you wish to shift it and have a broader perspective. These are the things that I do with clients, and this is where healing takes place. And certainly it's the domain of miracles. So thank you, and I am excited to work with you. So hopefully you can join me. Bye, everybody.